the Mortis away from him. This is insane.
Because they know. They're like, listen, you're not going to play. YSS?
Dude, I'm all for it.
I mean, I'm all for it for nostalgicness, but I don't know. I don't know if that's right. Either way, this is it. Game number 2. BTK with the lead, 1-up. mlbb on the pick for the fans. Oh My Foe on the Martis. What meta did we just fall into, Wheezy?
Hey, I mean, I'm a YSS fan, but the meta we fell into is the mlbb meta, the MOBA meta.
The MOBA
Zane
meta,
is,
the MM.
he's comfortable. The MM. I mean, he's able to execute it, but we'll have to see just how well that kind of plays off against these other traditional junglers who's just been a lot more effective. First blood, though, already. Shark will find Alcy1 off screen.
Yeah, the Cho Valentina combo is going to be pretty deadly, I think, from Shark and Hoon. Gosu Nighthorde's going to have to watch out from that. Zia up against Dez. I do think the Ruby should have the upper hand, at least early on. mlbb going to have to watch out for that Ruby, though, man. Coming in on the YSS, you have to dash in, you have to dash out to really take advantage of that passive. So it could be a problem.
Well, speaking of problems, Alcy1, Legend very low. You're going to go ahead and use that Synchro Fission. Deal a little bit of chip damage. Here comes the Azure's Wrath from Oh My Foe from the bush. Not going to really hit the mark. But look at the rotations from Zane. He's already working his way toward this turtle. Locked in, connects with the shot on to Oh My Foe as well. Ready to take this turtle. We just got to see how effective it is, right? Maybe the Mountain Shockers are going to give him enough vision to kind of spot out where Nighthorde is.
I mean, it's definitely something. The ult, the Mountain Shocker, definitely, the vision is nice. It's a plus. I think the big problem with YSS has always been just the mechanic that he has to come in and out. And he used to be very good in the meta, but now, whoa!
Ooh, quick cleanup on the fried chicken with the decimation play in the mortar coils. Hoon very low, needs to go back. Shark needs to be careful. May fall next. Ooh. That is going to be 1 kill for both sides so far before this turtle. With the turtle spawned in, though, Nighthorde looks to have at least a decent control of this pit. Topside 1v1 matchup, though. Zia and Dez putting on a good fight at about 50% HP.
Yeah, and as I was saying, the YSS, he's a squishy hero that has a pretty low range. And he doesn't have crazy dashes, and he's not exactly an assassin. He's just in a really weird spot. And when you're going up against big fighters, it's trouble. First turtle will go over to Gosu Nighthorde. Honestly, I feel like Gosu Nighthorde has the better draft here, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, just with the Martis, right? His whole objective is to pave the early game. He's going to be very aggressive with the anti-CC, with the decimation. He should be able to burst down anybody with the low HP from the side of BTK. I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder to pull off the composition in terms of drafting from the Bloodthirstykings if they do want to find this victory. But again, this is Zane on something he thrives on, right? Something he's very comfortable on, regardless of if it's the meta. Sometimes comfort outshines meta. As you are going to see the way the Dragon Connect, though, Mikasa forced to use the Vengeance. Very low, needs to get out of there. Not going to fall. Zane with the Mountain Shocker does not connect as well, and Gosu will disengage.
Gosu Nighthorde, though, does still have river control a little bit. Shark and Hoon trying to do what they can. And I think a lot of this can come down to the way that they play, right? mlbb is going to need space. So Fried Chicken, Shark are going to have to open that up for them. Zia as well when they get involved. Once BTK can kind of group as a 5, I think the composition will work a lot better. I think Gosu Nighthorde, though, needs to kind of press the gas, right? They have the Martis. They have an advantage. They have the ability to invade. I get it. You're up against Shark. You're up against Hoon. You're up against mlbb, but you can't let that get in your head. Push the objective. Push the enemy.
Right, and it's off to a better start than game number 1. A little bit more equal footing and not a total domination in favor for the Bloodthirstykings. And this could be credit to out-banning Zane and not giving him those comfort picks. I mean, just look at how much of a difference it is in terms of the matchup. This is now more of an even game compared to that total domination from game number 1.
Yeah, Thunderbelt does lock in for Mikasa. The stacks are going to start building now. Turtle up in 4 seconds. Does BTK go for it? I mean, knowing BTK, I think they are going to go for it. And I think, like I said, man, Gosu Nighthorde, I think, can win out in terms of these objectives. They just need to watch out for the big way of the dragon.
Yeah, but this is going to be a full 5v5 this time in the turtle pit. Right now, you are seeing Zia rush in, dealing a lot of damage with the Blood Ode and the flowing blood. But here comes Azure's Wrath, the decimation, a double kill. Chicken falls alongside Zia. Oh my foe, racking up these kills again on this Martis. 3-0-0. Look at Shark traversing across the map, but it's not really gonna buy BTK any time. This turtle will be going over to Gosu.
And that's another one in the books for Night Horde. At this point, they're feeling good. They're feeling confident. Oh, my foe is sitting at 3-0-0. Shark just going to be able to get away.
Yeah, there's a shark in the water, and he plans to keep on swimming. I'm going to go ahead and recall back to the base. 3-1 lead in favor for Gosu Night Horde. 2 turtles on their side as well. Looking to possibly find an opportunity to open up this map. We have yet to really see the Yi Sun Shin have an impact this game. Demonic Force dropping down on the top side as well with the Alice Phoveus matchup.
All right, so now Oh My Foe finally really pushing in, getting aggressive, looking for orange buffs, maybe even looking for purple buffs down the line. And this is exactly what they need to do. Oh My Foe also just got the Brute Force breastplate in, so a little bit of defensiveness to where he can hang out even longer. That Martis is going to become more and more trouble, and he's not going to fall off for another 6 or 7 minutes, especially if they don't get any kills on him.
Ooh, but mlbb is going to be able to take the turret on the bot side. Even though they might not win in these engagements in terms of clashing, if BTK can beat them to the objectives, if they can get to these turrets and get the separation and make the most out of it, that is how they'll be able to tip the scales in their favor. You're already seeing Mikasa drop down about 50% HP. There goes that Mountain Shocker as well, which means there is no element of surprise for Gosu to try and catch BTK off guard, but that's not going to stop them from invading into the jungle. Demonic Force dropping down onto mlbb. One more hit, forcing him to use Traceless to escape. Legend will find Fried Chicken, though, on this Lunox. May be able to get another shark, but the Demonic Force does a lot of damage onto him. Needs to go back to the base for some safety. 4-1 lead for Gosu, and now pushing over to the mid lane, may be able to take this tier 3 turret. They're going in for it. Zane trying to clear them out. Out one very low. Needs to get back to safety. Zia will find him. Not able to escape the flowing blood and the blood combination onto all 3. Zia able to sustain himself, able to turn the tide back in their favor, and Shark will find Mikasa.
Finally, BTK comes out on top in a team fight. Zia getting involved. Zia could end up being a problem for Gosu Night Horde. I think the only answer that Gosu Night Horde really has for it is Legend on the Lunox to maybe shred down, but as long as Zia has good positioning into a few members, then once you get the Winter Crown in, it's even more of a problem. Zia just locked in Starlium Scythe. Zia now in the fray.
Yeah, in the fray, in the heart of the battle, and I'm offended. Double setup from Dez. There goes Zia, though, with that Blood Ode. Oh My Foe will be able to get the Lord for Gosu Night Horde, but now they need to get out of there. They want to win this trade without losing any casualties. But Zane, locked and loaded, connects with the Traceless, able to get a kill. Oh My Foe to spawn back, takes down Chicken. Zane will find Foe for the double kill. Dez trying to sustain himself, but Zane finds a triple. Legend on their tail will find Shark. 3 members down for the side of Gosu. 2 down for BTK. Circling Eagle for the disengage, but Gosu able to take the Lord.
Okay, so BTK not only back in the game, but have taken the gold lead. They're going to be able to shred down this Lord. Zia might be able to get a tower here. Yeah, should be able to get a tower here, no problem. I mean, BTK just hit their spike hard at around 9 minutes. Even mlbb outputting some decent damage, able to dance back and forth for a second. It felt like Oh My Foe had that fight in the bag, but Zia, mlbb, and the rest of the team turned that around.
Yeah, with that contest on that Lord and also able to rack up some kills and also take a tier 2 turret on the bot side, they've definitely evened out this economy, but it's not going to stop Night Horde from trying to push in. Right now, both sides battling over this tier 3 turret in the mid lane. This is going to be deciding who has ground control, who will be able to invade with ease. But with that tier 2 and 3 bursted down on the bot side, the map is bleeding red for the Bloodthirsty Kings.
All right, so Gosu Night Horde, the scaling of them starts to slow down a bit. I think it's a little bit of time until they're really back into this game, but still they're a threat, man. Oh My Foe could still pop off at any minute. One big I am offended could be huge to turn the game back into Gosu Nighthorde's hands. I don't think exactly it's in BTK's lead right now. I still think it's kind of a stalemate between the two, but that's huge compared to where BTK was standing a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, Zane's tied in levels with Oh My Foe right now, so both of them doing a really good job providing these objectives for their team. But right now, with that Mountain Shocker connecting to all members and slowing them down as well, you're starting to see BTK get online. It was a little bit of a slower start in the beginning, definitely more of a dominating early game from the side of Nighthorde. But the later this goes, it's starting to tip in favor for the Bloodthirsty Kings, and that's not something that Gosu Nighthorde can allow.
I will also say this, Mobazane's getting more and more comfortable on this YSS. I feel like there's been times where he'll pick picks like this, you know, like the YSS or the Granger or something that everyone wants to see, but it never really does well, and he gets taken out early game, and that confidence that we're seeing from him right now kind of falls off. But right now, he's gotten a couple kills under his belt. He's 3-0-3. He had a good farming experience early on. We're seeing him kind of press the advance in a lot of these attacks, and he's not as worried, which I think is a good thing for him as long as he's able to keep popping off.
It's also the Mountain Shocker. Having that on your side to be able to spot out where all 5 members are for the side of Gosu Nighthorde makes them very worry-free on rotating across the map because they don't have to worry about some pickoffs. Speaking of pickoffs, the way the Dragon connecting, Shark with the G-Kondo as well. But a lot of damage responded back from Gosu. Oh My Foe will find Zia with the decimation play. Legend taking down Shark. 2 minutes down from BTK. Make that 3 as Mikasa finds Chicken. Hoon forced into the tier 3 turret in the mid lane. Zane in the bush. Use the Mountain Shocker, but forced to disengage from the Lord Pit. He may want to let this one go. Not in a position to be able to withstand the full 5-man team of Gosu.
Yeah, they go just a little bit too deep there, and the big knock-up connects from Alcyone and the Circling Eagle. Pair that up with Mikasa and Oh My Foe, and the damage was unreversible. Now Zane back to giving up buffs, back to letting Gosu Nighthorde back in control.
Yeah, and can they keep this control? It's not by much, but it definitely can work in their favor. Legend able to take the tier 3 turret. Earth Shatter dropping down for the knockup. Chicken able to take down Oh My Foe. Oh my goodness. Brilliant is activated as a means of escape for Legend. Zane will find Dez. BTK on the chase. Now pushing through the mid lane. Should be able to burst down this Lord Shark with a good positioning to proxy off Gosu from pushing forward for the defense, and the tier 3 turret will fall alongside the Lord.
Man, it feels like the Lords are cursed right now. Every time Nighthorde gets one, BTK gets another tower or two. It's back and forth right now. I think either team has the play potential to bring on the full wipe. We've seen both teams get 3-mans, 4-mans, and I think the first team that really wipes out the opponent is going to be the decider of this one.
And right now it's 9-8, so it's not too far ahead in terms of kills. It's a battle of cat and mouse for both sides, but we got to figure out which one's the cat and which one's the mouse with how back and forth this game is going. 5 turrets, though, for the Bloodthirsty Kings.
That's a lot. I mean, Gosu Nighthorde, that is one thing that they're locking on. They may have had control. They're not too far behind in gold, but I think they need a little more space in the map. They need to start herding down into that bottom lane. The problem is they're running a composition where they want to all stick together, and no one's really going for the macro play right now.
Ooh, Winter Crown by Zia to buy him a little bit of time, but the Motor Coils, the Azura's Wrath, and the Decimation, too much to deal with. The way the Dragon Shark pulling up to the party with Mobazain, and they're knocking down Pinatas as Mikasa will fall. Fried Chicken very low. Oh My Foe will find Shark. Hoon to respond back, takes down Oh My Foe. Dez will find Zane. Both junglers out of the playing field. Chicken will take down Dez. Legend will take down Chicken. Hoon all by himself needs to get out of there, but Alcyone will shut him down. A full wipeout against BTK. Alcyone and Legend left standing.
I cursed it. I'm like, let's see who gets the first wipeout. And for a second there, it felt like BTK had that fight in their hands. But once Mobazain got locked up by Dez, taking out Legend and Alcyone were able to clean things up. Going for another purple steal here, but Zia able to just nab it.
He was able to steal that last second with the flowing blood. Very impressive, and at least it didn't go over to Gosu's side, which still works for BTK, but it's not going to stop Night Horde from pushing in the turret on the bot side. You kind of mentioned they need to put that pressure into the map. They need to start opening up these lanes.
Yeah, I mean, they finally do get that lane on the boss side, but still, they need a little more space, and until they get that space, BTK still has plenty of room to farm their jungle. They have plenty of room to move around the map. They have plenty of room to find angles when approaching fights against Gosu Night Horde. Zia continues to kind of hammer down from the side, finding a way into the back. Same thing with Shark. Look at his position on the map right now. They're waiting for the big play to catch someone off guard.
Right now, Lord at about 40% HP. Zane tries to get in position for a retry play. Mikasa with the zone control. Oh, my foe will be able to get the Lord. Zane forced into the bot side. Here's the Mountain Shocker. Decides to re-engage. Finds a kill. Takes down Mikasa with the Blood Floods. Is going to be able to get Dez as well with the Traceless. Zia taking down Legend. Gets a triple kill. Finds Oh My Foe. Trying to get to LC1. Zia trying to close the distance. Shark with the G-Condone knockup. Hoon in position for the damage. Will secure the wipeout against Gosu, while mlbb clears this Lord in the mid lane.
Three lords for Gosu Night Horde. But BTK still winning out on the game. It's 10 seconds till Legend comes up. 4 for Mikasa. BTK might try to finish here.
It looks like this should be a closer. Mikasa spawning in time, but has to clear out these minions. A matter of seconds. Time Gosu does not have, and BTK will take game number 2.
BTK, man, just showing what they were in that for, willing to give up the objectives as long as they could take the fights. And even after taking full man wipeouts, after completely losing, after getting pushed back in certain fights, they're still able to come on top. And I think the big difference there between BTK and Gosu Night Horde